Some people on this planet are genuinely unhappy with themselves. Never take anything personally that someone has to say about you, because people do not know you personally. As a soul, you have to commit yourself to wanting to learn, to wanting to grow, to want to have new experiences. Step into the unknown, embrace the unknown, look towards it with excitement and anticipation, because the ego is afraid of the unknown. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. New experiences are opportunities for growth. When you are in your most authentic energy, you attract what is genuinely meant for you, and no one can take that away from you.
We enjoy music that has multiple instruments. So when I talk, it's not a rant, it's a symphony of ideas. And when you collect them, you say, oh, these are all these things that connect. Yeah, you know, I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies.
Hi friends, it's Joy here, and welcome back to another video. I had to take a little break and recharge my energy up a little bit, because I just completed a cycle in my life, you guys. I have just completed a cycle. Nice. I have just broke through. I pushed through. I've overcome a fear. In so many words, I have broken down another limiting belief. I have broken down another fear. I have ended another cycle in my life. And the thing about karmic cycles, and that's what this video is about. The thing about karmic cycles is that you don't even be realizing you're repeating them, because your ego wants to keep you in a place where you're comfortable. The ego does not like what it does not know. And a lot of people live ego-driven lives. So a lot of people don't like what they don't understand. A lot of people don't like to be unknown. Like, a lot of people don't like to not know things. I was in a season of isolation, and recently, I ain't gonna say too much because I'm getting a message from God right now that it's not time to run my mouth about what God got going on for me. But I've been talking about how I was in a season of isolation, and God places you in that season of isolation because you need to take time and really look at yourself, look within, figure out who you are, learn how to love yourself, learn how to be comfortable in your own energy. And now that I'm being taken out of that season of isolation, that's where that cycle ended, because when one thing ends, another begins. And in so many words, it's like, this is just the beginning of me coming out of the season of isolation and everything like that. And I was scared at first. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I know I trust God 100%, but then again, my ego wanted to keep me stuck and wanted to say, no, I'm not getting out of my season of isolation anymore. Because when you've been in it for so long, it's like, now I don't even want to meet people no more. At this point, it's like, I'm so used to my own energy. I'm vibing high vibrationally. My vibrations are high in my own energy, right? And so there was this fear that allowing someone new into my life would just mess everything up, and it would throw off all the progress I've made, and that I would end up losing myself again, and I would end up back in the season of isolation sooner or later. And I've broken through that fear, because the thing about the ego is it wants to keep you in a loop. It wants to keep you repeating cycles that are going to keep you stuck, and that won't help you grow. But the thing is, you have to trust your intuition in the way. And the thing is that one thing, when I was first awakening spiritually, I was about 16, 17. And people would always say, oh, intuition is like the voice in your head that won't shut up, But I'm like, I got so many. Which one do I listen to? But here's the easiest way I could put this for you guys. Your ego is going to want you to do things that you already know how to do. Your ego is going to want you to do things that you are comfortable with doing. Like, for example, if you have 30 minutes of free time, right? You could either choose to, I don't know, put on a TV show, or you could choose to maybe do a 30-minute exercise. You've probably never really done a 30-minute exercise before completely, or maybe went on a 30-minute run, but you got to listen to your intuition. Your intuition is going to want you to do things that My phone ran out of storage, you guys. But I was saying, like, your intuition is going to want you to do things that take you out of your comfort zone to bring more new experiences into your life. Your intuition is that thing that's nudging you to look in another direction and maybe to walk down a new path, someplace that you've never gone down before, because new experiences are opportunities for growth. And one thing I said to myself was that God has presented me with this major opportunity to grow, and I told myself I would be a damn fool to not take that opportunity. No, I don't know what lies ahead, but what I do know 100% without a doubt is my faith has gotten me this far and where I am. Me trusting God, even though I don't know what God has up his sleeve, me trusting him has gotten me to where I am today. And so I'm gonna trust him. I trust him 100%, and I am looking into that new opportunity. I am going in that direction because I know that it will bring major growth. And me personally, I have paid off my karmic debt. I haven't done anything within the past couple of months, year, to really piss God off in so many words. And you can pay off your karmic debt. A lot of people don't realize that, but when you really commit yourself to living a better life, in time you'll realize that things are only getting better. Nothing bad is happening because you've paid off your karmic debt, and it is so possible. I think I might make a video on that, so stay tuned and turn on your post notifications if you haven't already. Yeah, so I know this new opportunity is a blessing. It's not a lesson for me to learn. The only way I'll end up learning a lesson is if I say I don't want this opportunity. Maybe a few months from now I'll look back and I'll say, damn, I wish I really would have taken that opportunity, and that is a lesson learned. You know what I mean? But you really cannot lose. Whether you follow your intuition or whether you don't, you cannot lose, because God is just too good of a God. I'm just being honest with you guys. No matter how you look at it, right? If you miss an opportunity, if you make a mistake, you've just learned a lesson. And that lesson is valuable information, so that way as you carry on through life, you carry with that lesson with you, that valuable lesson with you. But say you take the opportunity and you learn from your mistakes, now you receive blessings. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. So either way you look at it, whether you make a mistake, you just gained a lesson, and that's a win, because that's knowledge. Or if you gain a blessing, that's a win, because that's a gift. Like, no matter how you look at it, you cannot lose. And your ego is really gonna want to keep you stuck where you are. It's gonna want you to do the things that you're comfortable with. It doesn't want you to experience the unknown, because the ego is afraid of the unknown. And the way you drown out that ego is by doing things that, or learning new skills, doing things that you've never done before. Instead of waking up and grabbing your phone, which is what the ego is comfortable with, it's comfortable with routine. You get what I mean? It's comfortable. It's the ego wants to be surrounded by I hope I'm saying this right, familiarity or familiarness. Familiarity. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, that's what the ego wants to be surrounded with. Your soul craves 5 things, and I've learned these 5 things, and I've burned these into my brain, so that way every time I'm presented with something that is either gonna keep me stuck where I am or give me the opportunity to grow, I remember these 5 things. The soul yearns to connect, to commit, to serve, to express, and to create. Connect to the life around you. Connect to God, because that is the source from which you come from. You as a soul are literally, like, in so many words, what a soul is God's light made into conscious form, put into a vessel to experience life. That is literally what you are. That is who you are. And you have a purpose here from God, because God didn't put himself in you to just walk around here and just be whatever, you know what I mean? God didn't put you here to just be comfortable. God wanted you to grow and to learn and to experience. And I've been saying to myself, like, I'm alive, and that feels good to me, because it's like I get to have these experiences. Like right now it's really cloudy and it's kind of cold and it's windy, and the only reason I know that is because I'm alive. It's so much beauty around me. There is so much beauty in this world, and I can only thank one man, and that is the man upstairs. That is the man who lives in my heart and my home. I see my heart as a home, and God, he is free to come in my home whenever he wants. Actually, I don't even want him to leave. Yeah, so connect with God, connect with nature, because we come from Mother Earth. Like, Earth is our mother, God is our father. You know what I mean? So connect with your mother and your father. Really love life. Connect with nature. Touch some grass. Really spend some time outside. I think in my last video I told you guys that I had planted some radish seeds, and I also want to update you guys on that real quick. So again, I'm gonna do that at the end of this video, not right now. And then you got to commit yourself as a soul. You have to commit yourself to wanting to learn, to wanting to grow, to want to have new experiences. I've never gardened. Well, I have gardened before, but like actually committing myself to gardening makes me feel good, because I have created a life with those radish seeds. Those seeds have sprouted up, and I have created life. And I remember when I first seen the little sprout, I was so happy, because I was like, oh my gosh, I created something. But that's because the reason why that makes us feel so good is because God is a creator and we come from God. You gotta try new things. You gotta put yourself out there, and you got to want to learn, and you gotta want to grow. You know, when you're presented with two options, to whether stay where you are or to grow, you gotta want to choose growth, because as a soul, that benefits you in your whole entire life. Step into the unknown, embrace the unknown, look towards it with excitement and anticipation rather than fear. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fear what you don't know, because what you don't know could be your biggest blessing of all. There's a lot we don't know. Like, there's so much that we can learn, is what I'm trying to say. And the next thing that I want to say is, we want to serve. We all have a God-given purpose, okay? We all are put here for a reason. If you were not meant to be on this earth, you wouldn't be here. If God did not give you a purpose, you would not be here. Everything on this earth, every single creation, every single thing that has life is put here for a purpose. The birds, the trees, my cat, me, this grass, it all plays a bigger role in this earth. And I'm telling you that because I know that for a fact. And so as humans, as souls, we are here to serve God and fulfill our purpose. And you'll notice that when you're connected to God, when you're committed to learning and growing, when you're serving God, God is just going to fill up your cup. In so many words, God is going to overflow your cup when you're making steps into the right direction, when you are serving him, when you are fulfilling your purpose. I'm telling you, I will not tell y'all a lie. I will not do that. My lying days are over. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I used to be a pathological liar until I found God, and I realized the easiest way to live my life is to live in my truth. And if this was not true, if this was not the easiest way for you to reap so many blessings into your life and to really tap into your inner peace, because we all have inner peace within. That's not something that you find. In order to find your inner peace, you gotta look within. And so, like I said in my last video, inner peace is definitely 100% achievable because you already have it. Happiness, living a happy, stress-free, a life without anxiety, depression, all of that, it's so possible because it's already within. You got to tap into your well-being. You got to tap into your center, because God lives at the center of your being. We are God's light put into a human body. That is who we are as souls. So every time you tap into your soul, every time you tap into God, which is what you're literally doing, every time you tap into yourself and you speak your truth and you let your authentic self shine, you're letting the people see who God intended you to be. And you're serving God in that way. Every time you deny yourself, every time you put on a new face to please others, you're not serving God. And you gotta cut that out. We've got to cut that out. And the next thing I want to say is to express, which is what I was just saying. We as souls want to express who God intended us to be. You have to be your true, authentic self. You have to. It does not matter if people are going to judge you. Some people on this planet are genuinely unhappy with themselves. Never take anything personally that someone has to say about you, because people do not know you personally. If someone is not in your body, right? If someone has not lived your life, which is technically nobody but you, so no one else has lived your life because you're the only one who's able to live it. No one else is in your body because you're the only one that's in your body. And so it should not matter what other people have to say about you. Express yourself in your raw, true form. Show the world who God intended you to be. Every time you meet someone new, show people that there are good people in this world. Show people that there are people who genuinely are kind-hearted people, are good souls, are souls with so much light within them. Let your light shine. You have God's light within you at the center of your being, and so that light is extremely bright, and you gotta let it shine. You think God sent you here to dim your light? No, everything around you is God, no matter where you look. If you go outside and look at a tree, you're looking at God's light manifested into physical form. Everything around you, every organic, and anything made out of organic matter is God itself, and it cannot be created or destroyed. I'm just so happy to be expressing myself. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, me just coming out here and speaking my truth and allowing myself to be seen and not giving a fuck makes me happy. It really does. It makes me feel like I'm doing what I need to do, because I know that I'm doing what I need to do. And the last thing is to create. We are also here on this planet to practice our power of manifestation. You see, the thing is, God has given us a purpose and a desire and a dream in our hearts. Everyone has that major dream. And no, I'm not talking about being a millionaire, but everybody just has a dream, some kind of huge dream. I've said this before. My biggest dream is to see everyone live in harmony. And God has given me that dream, and now what I can do with that dream is practice manifesting that into the physical. And so the way I do that is by creating a life filled with harmony and peace and stability and balance and love, showing support to fellow humans and passing the kindness on, because it's like a domino effect. If you touch someone with love, they'll touch another person with love, and then that person will touch somebody else with love, and so on and so forth. But we have to make that commitment to ourselves to be better, to show people the way. You have to be that guiding light. I just know for a fact that that was a sign from God. And then the sun is like shining directly on me, as I said, guiding light. Like, come on. But you have to be that guiding light for the souls who might not, whose lights may be dimmed. You have to be that guiding light, and the only way you can do that is by pouring into yourself, is by showing yourself love, and by showing yourself that you can do anything. I've said this before, and I will forever say this until I take my final breath. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. You have to think, we live on a floating rock. In any minute, this rock could stop spinning. The oxygen could be depleted. We could run out of food. The earth would dry up if there was no rain. And yet it does not, because we have God on our sides, making sure that we are alive, making sure that we are kept for. Because we live here on this planet, why not connect with the thing that is literally giving you life? If this earth was to not be here anymore, and this earth is gonna outlive all of us. I don't, and honestly, I'm about to end this video, but one thing I don't understand is when people say we're killing the earth by chopping down the trees. In my opinion, I like to imagine that the earth is like, what the hell are y'all talking about? I'm doing just fine. The earth, y'all have to understand, this earth was long before the humans, and it's gonna be long after the humans. We're not killing the earth. We're killing off ourselves by chopping down these trees. And there are people who say, oh, we got to stop the global warming. In time, the earth is going to reset itself, because God has made, this is a God-given being. The earth is alive, and it is bountiful, and it is beautiful, and there is nothing that we as humans, even if every human made a commitment to trash this earth, you know who that's reflecting upon? That's reflecting upon us. That is only going to affect us. The earth is probably just looking like, what the hell are y'all doing to me? But in time, it will heal, just like everything else, because the earth is made of nothing but love. The heart chakra represents love energy, and the earth is filled with heart chakra energy. Everywhere you look, the grass is green, the trees are green. Everywhere on this physical plane is green, and green represents heart chakra energy. But I kind of went off on a tangent there towards the end, but y'all know, just like in my intro, my ideas are a symphony. It's not me ranting, okay? And so I really hope I got the message across in this video to really follow those 5 things: connect, commit, serve, express, create. Anytime that you get a nudge to do any of those 5 things, know that that is your intuition calling you to grow. Anytime you feel like, hey, let me go outside and start gardening, or let me take care of my body, let me start figuring out what it is I'm sent here to do, let me show people who I really am, and let me just be genuinely me, let me create the life that I want to live. When you are in your most authentic energy, you attract what is genuinely meant for you, and no one can take that away from you. However, when you're not being yourself and you attract things that really aren't meant for you, those things can be taken away. But when God says you are meant to have something, no one can take that away from you. Nobody. So anytime you have those fears saying that something won't last long, you have to ask yourself, am I being stable? Am I putting authentic energy out into the universe? Am I showing the universe who I really am? And if yes, then you don't have to worry about that being taken away from you. But if not, it might not last long. And that's just the truth of the matter, of the fact of the truth of the whatever. But yeah, put your authentic energy into the universe and watch how you receive everything that is meant for you. And oh, I want to show you guys my radish babies, so I will be right back in 1 second. Okay, so here are my radish babies. I don't know if you guys remember the video where I showed them and they were literally just seeds, but if you look closely, you can see how they have deeply rooted themselves. What's going on, Papa? You need a therapy session? Come on. Here are my radish babies. Look how big they are. And they are so deeply rooted. And I love my little babies. I love them so much. But I'm going to have to repot them because they definitely need more space than this Tupperware container to grow. But I'm just so excited that I grew them in. You can literally do anything. Like, for example, these roots are all the way at the bottom. They're going to need a little bit more space than that if they want to grow bigger and better. And the thing about radishes is they only take 1 month to fully grow. And so I planted these on March 28th. So by the end of this month, I should have some radishes. And I can't wait to show you guys. But that is truly all that I have for this video, and I pray that this video finds anyone who might need to see this video. I want to say thank you guys for watching to the end, and if you haven't already, then just please engage with this video in any way, shape, or form that you can, because it helps get the video out into the algorithm, I guess that makes sense. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that post notification bell, because I have tons and tons and tons of more videos to come out. And yeah, I will see you on my next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, friends.